Hi, my name is Ellie Aguilar, and I'm an actor and a singer and a songwriter, and I do a lot of stuff. Mostly like folk, pop, funk vibes. That's what I do. Anytime I'm having some sort of struggle or something I feel that's universal with people our age or anybody gay, I tend to try to create something that everybody can cope with. Musical theater and acting, I think that retelling stories that are really important is something really special, and I love to be a part of projects that do that thing. Right. What makes me different from others? Well, I'll just say that I am a lesbian with crippling ADHD and anxiety, who is a first generation, half white, half Belizean girl. And I don't know a lot of those. So I would say that. And I had a rough childhood, so I have a lot of, I guess, trauma to pull from that I can use that I feel like is relatable for a lot of young adults my age, just transitioning into adulthood. I'm trying to portray individualism that is incorporated within everybody's story. I think that we all obviously coexist, and it's so crazy on social media and just in life to see how small the world is. Our stories are so much more the same than we realize. So I think it's really fun to write and tell stories that are very unique but also universal for everybody. An issue that I think needs more attention: mental health resources in education, specifically child education. I have mental health issues of my own, and I have a sibling who dealt with hard mental health issues, who did not receive any of the support that they desperately needed in school, and were ridiculed by staff members and weren't given enough attention that they needed they were not given the attention that they needed for the drastic illnesses that they were dealing with. It just wasn't fair, and I think that it's not solely on the educators. It's the big corporations that are not giving out the right professionals to these schools. So I think that for me, I would want to use my whatever success that I have, I want to put a big chunk of it into finding professionally trained healthcare providers to be at schools to help kids that are struggling and need IEPs and need, extra support at school, need some time off. You know what I mean? I just think that that's really important, and it doesn't, I just think it's really important to let kids move and learn at their own pace, and it doesn't support that narrative when we're just giving out teachers without this training pamphlets about what the issue is. It doesn't do anything. So yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty open about having, anxiety and depression and ADHD. I openly speak about that because I think it affects me every single day. Because now that I'm an adult, I realize there's so much that I didn't learn and so much that I missed out on in high school. And yeah, I portray that I'm very open about it in my music. Whenever I'm approached with a story of like a script with anybody surrounding mental health, I jump in head first. I think it's a really interesting topic, and I think it's really important to realistically speak on how mental health creeps into your day-to-day life. I'm constantly comparing myself. My worst habit is comparing myself to people who have already succeeded and comparing my journey to theirs. And I guess my main fear would be to not be able to succeed in my eyes. And I think for me, it's sustainability. It's always been financial sustainability because I grew up poor and I'm still growing up poor, and I'm still supporting myself and working 40-hour survival job weeks, and it seems like I'm busting my ass off and not seeing a lot of payoff. So I think my main fear is not having that sustainability in the career that I love. These are long-winded answers. A variety of unique ways to tell stories. I think that is what art is. I think it's telling different people's stories who didn't have a voice before. It's giving a platform to the underdog. I would say the biggest thing that I really want to see change in the entertainment industry specifically is going to be expectations and stereotype. Just stereotypes in the media portraying, like, more specifically lesbianism, I would say, I think is lesbians are so fetishized, and I have yet to see something where it's just about a beautiful love story that doesn't surround the sexuality. It just surrounds living your day-to-day life and being with somebody who you love, and it doesn't matter what the gender is. And I've yet to see something that really makes me feel included in the industry with that side of my identity. So I think that needs to change. I need people who are queer, who are gay, who are living that life, telling these stories, and maybe I can be one of them. For the most part, sometimes no. I am never somebody to shy away from what I think and what I feel. And I don't ever really hold back. Where I do hold back is when I feel cornered, I guess. I think that sometimes, like I was saying, if I compare myself to the people around me or to people who have come before me, I think I get very lost in how they would do it. I really need to start really digging into my roots of why I even decided to get into this career. So I think that's where I lose myself, and I really want to try to not do that. Mm-hmm. I think now I am. I wasn't before, but I've really been trying to work on myself, and I'm somebody who I hate change. I order the same thing at every restaurant. I do my research before I go places. I'm a Virgo. And this whole last year has been all about evolving. There's been so much loss in my life. I've lost family members and animals. I've lost job opportunities, and it's just been such a growing experience. Oh my God, I'd be so sad all the time. I'm already sad, and I think the only thing that usually gets me out of my ruts is music, is singing, is like, you know, watching media. Like, just being able to use art as a form of escapism is really important for me, to see that there is always like an answer to a problem. There's always happy things to be doing. There's joy in little things. And I think that being able to have that outlet and just enjoy myself and sing like nobody's listening and dance like no one's watching, and act like no one's judging. And I truly believe music is something that speaks to the soul, and that everybody, I really believe that music speaks to the soul, and it has a bigger purpose than we all know. So I think for me, I would be so bored and sad and probably working a 9-to-5 office job and not doing anything fun.